up in the middle of an orchard and kind of spent my free time riding motorcycles around, and never really knew, why things were done out in the orchard until probably middle school. I kind of started asking questions and realizing why certain practices were done out in the orchard to achieve a certain goal. And then, so some of those early lessons I learned in the orchard were to, do your job, do the best job you can do, because you're working towards that end goal of growing good fruit, and if you're cutting corners, you're not gonna end up with a good product. So it teaches you a good work ethic, and that's really carried through with me throughout my college career and into my job. It's just been a good life lesson to learn through working in the orchards. So when I went to school, I decided that I wanted to major in fruit and vegetable management with the end goal of being a consultant in mind. And a lot of the classes I tried to take were soils classes, entomology classes, took some biology, some post-harvest storage classes, and what I really found that has helped out a lot in this job. It's good to be well-rounded with all those classes, but I've really taken a liking to the entomology classes that I took. That was something that really sparked my interest, and I use it a lot in the job I have now, as well as on my own orchard, just looking at insects. And I remember the first time looking through a hand lens at I think it was some Scilla eggs. It was really neat to me, because I'd never taken the time to slow down and look at one specific leaf and what's actually going on, on the tree. And so that was eye-opening to me, and I really took an interest in that. 2 summers before I graduated, I worked for Wilbur Ellis Company doing a internship and program while I would trap. I would check traps for coddling moth, and then ride around with fieldmen just to gain experience and knowledge from them. And I get to deal with a lot of different growers and kind of pick and choose things that I like from their operations. And then after I graduated from college, I started working full-time, and then was able to save up for a few years, and a small family orchard came up for sale, and we jumped on it. And when we purchased that orchard, it came with the equipment to run the orchard. I guess I've been faced with the challenge of maintaining all that equipment, and it's not the newest, nicest, shiniest stuff, and so you get to learn how to work on stuff, which I think has been a good experience for me, kind of figuring out how the tractors work better, and sprayers and all the equipment, just because when something does break down, then you can work on it on your own. If you're out there spraying on a Saturday and the sprayer breaks down, you can figure out how it works, how to fix it, and that's been very valuable to me. Staying proactive with the paperwork is very important, because you can let it bog you down, but if you just keep getting things done as they come at you, I think that keeps you ahead of the game. And I would say, working a day job, was able to support the orchard as well. And I would have to give some credit to my wife, because she plays a big role in that too. She works on a lot of the paperwork. We work together on that and make sure payroll gets done on time, and all of our food safety paperwork is another big project that goes along with farming. And so together we've kind of combated some of those tasks that come at us. So I would say, I guess if I was a young grower looking into buying an orchard and getting started, I would probably set up a meeting with the FSA and see what kind of programs are available there. I know they have some programs that help out young farmers. I would also just be saving every little last bit you can, just to make ends meet to be able to purchase a farm. And then if you're purchasing an orchard, some of these high density blocks, you can spend $50,000 an acre or more establishing it. And so if you can get in on an orchard that's already established and make that work for a while, and then maybe start to upgrade a little bit after a few years, or after you make some money, it's rewarding to me, just growing cherries and putting them on the market, and getting to see that all my hard work went towards something. I think one of the main reasons why I chose to become a fieldman is to, get involved in different people's operations, and not just be, stuck on one farm, but I get to see, 20, 30 farms and see how people are doing things differently, and offer advice where I can. That's really rewarding to me. And then I think, the best part of the year for me is when we get to harvest and I can go around and look at different growers' fruit and see how different things that we implemented changed the final outcome. And that's really rewarding to me, just to see that I was able to help a grower end up with good fruit.